18-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Pull it together. Quick dash. Come. Alert. Here we go. Hey, alert. Mike's 50. Hey, here I come.
They go play action. Trubisky sliding out of the, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taco Charlton in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And the catch made by Hilton. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. You go tight. You got tight right there.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready, 56 yards. 54. And let's get this.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Murray. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Throwing on first down is Murray. This is caught by Williams. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets. And
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. He's coming. We got double up. On one way. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 50's the mark!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Raekwon McMillan able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
1st down, Murray. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into.
He's got a man, complete. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a... Second and 7.
Jordan Hicks brought him down. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Go! 180! Lock in, lock in. You. Go!
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. That'll be complete to Cook. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Every jet, any jet. Hey, zoom.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a first down carry by Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Cook, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Murray now on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
1st down, Cardinals.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, box drop, box drop.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mike 58 right there. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On 1st and 10, Murray steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
61, matchbox right.
2nd and 7 at the Cardinals' 46-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Taco Charlton able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline, talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there, and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Murray. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go. 54 Mike. Check back, check back.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Murray off play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Succop's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Here's Trubisky. And Cook has it, left side. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky to throw, and an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action. Trubisky going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Play action. It's Trubisky.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Again on second and 10, it's Trubisky. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
Brings up third and 5.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
Let's go now. Get the young man. Who that?
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Kill.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. As soon as he caught that toss and looked upfield, you could tell they had a big numbers advantage blocking-wise.
They certainly did, which means oftentimes your safety will be unblocked. That means he's got to play it from what they call inside out. Don't let the running back cut back across your face. Keep him pinned to the sideline and go make the tackle.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Today